Now let's take a look at how we use straight line graph work to solve some very simple linear equations. Notice the connection between the phrase linear equations and straight line graphs. Linear, straight lines. Okay, some very straightforward ones to begin with. So, question number one, let's have a look at this. I want us to solve this straight line. 2x plus 3 is equal to x, and I think we'll have plus 5. So there's the equation. Now obviously that is a very straightforward linear equation to solve, and it wouldn't take very long to manipulate the algebra to work out the answer. I will work out that answer later on, just to check that my graph is correct. This is how we go about solving it using graphical techniques. First of all, you look at the left-hand side of the equation and you can see it's 2x plus 3. So, all you need to do is plot a graph of y equals 2x plus 3. You do this using a table of values to get some accurate points to plot. I think I'll work out 3 points. The 3 points I'm going to pick are 0, 1 and 2. Okay, using this table of values, let's work out now the y coordinates of these 3 points. The examiner wouldn't tell you what x values to pick. I am picking them myself. Nice easy ones, 0, 1 and 2. So if x is 0, the y value to go with them will be equal to 2 times nothing, that's nothing, add 3, so that's 3. If x is 1, y will be 2 times 1 is 2, add 3, that's 5. And finally, if x is 2, y will be 2 times 2 is 4, add 3, that's 7. So I've got 3 points to plot, which will give me my first straight line graph. The second straight line graph that I'm going to plot is found by looking at the right hand side of the equation. And I am going to plot y equals x plus 5 as my second straight line. So, table of values, x and y, and I'm going to pick 3 nice easy points to work out with x values 0, 1 and 2. If x is 0, y will be 0 plus 5, 5. If it's 1, y equals 1 plus 5, 6. 2, y equals 2 plus 5, 7. So I've got 3 points to plot. I'm going to set up now my axes. You can have a look at this and see that there are no negatives involved in the tables, and I know that I'm not going to need negatives at all in this question, so I'll just set up positive x and y axes. 0, and I'm going to, for the x numbers, I think I will go to 3, spacing them out neatly. 1, 2, 3, like so. And the y values, I need to go up to 7 on the y values, so I'm going to change the scale a little bit, and I'm going to go up in 2s like this. 2, 4, 6 and 8. Okay, let's plot those points for the 2 straight lines. Here we go. 0, 3. 0, 3 is 0 across, 3 up. 1, 5. So I go 1 across, 5 up. 1, 5. 2, 7. 2 across, 7 up. Now, I'm not going to use a ruler here, but of course, you should be drawing an accurate diagram using a ruler. And the answer we get will be dependent upon you drawing a really accurate picture. Let's label that graph y equals 2x's plus 3. You can see it crosses at 3 on the y-axis, plus 3 on the end, and it's a positive slope of 2, which is consistent with the 2 in front of the x. Okay, let's do the second one. The second one is 0, 5. 0, 5 is there. Then it's 1, 6, 1 across and 6 up, which is there. And then it's 2, 7, 2 across and 7 up, which is actually the same as the point I've just plotted previously. I'm going to get a ruler, but I'm doing this freehand, remember, and I'm going to join those points up to get my second straight line, which looks like that. I'm going to label that y equals x plus 5. Remember from a previous video which explained the rationale behind this, all you've got to do now to find the solution to the equation is look at the intersection points, which happen to be that point I've already plotted, and you need to simply drop that vertical line down to your x-axis and read off the x value from the scale. The x value from the scale is x equals 2. So therefore the solution to the equation will be x equals 2. Okay, let's just check by algebraic techniques that this actually works. So algebraic techniques, if I was doing this equation, 2x plus 3 equals x plus 5. I collect the x's on the left, so you're going to get 2x, take away an x on the left, collect the numbers on the right, leave the plus 5 there, take the plus 3 over, becomes a minus 3. 2x take away x is x, and 5 take 3 is 2. That is just using the algebraic techniques that I've explained in other videos on solving linear equations. So x equals 2. You can see you get exactly the same answer as we did from our graph. Okay, I'm going to do one more question in this short video, doing a very simple equation using two linear graphs to solve it. So let's have a look at question 2. That one there was fairly straightforward. Let's have a look at question 2. In question 2, a bit harder, says let's solve this one. Let's solve 5x take away 3 is equal to 2x's plus, let's say plus, I don't know, plus 6, like so. So 5x take 3 equals 2x plus 6. That's a really simple equation to solve algebraically, but we're going to do it graphically. I need to plot two tables of values. So I create this first table of values, I need to plot or create this second table of values. So y equals 5x take away 3 is the first one to look at. Y equals 2x plus 6 from the right hand side is the second one to look at. Table of values, x and y. I'm going to pick three nice easy values for x, 0, 1, 2. Going to set up the same sort of table for this one. So three easy values, 0, 1 and 2. Let's work out the y values to go with them. From the equation, or the name of the line, x is 0, so y will be 5 noughts are 0, take away 3, that's minus 3. If x is 1, y will be 5 ones are 5, take 3, 2. And then third, x is 2, y will be 5 2s are 10, take away 3, we get 7. So those are the 3 points to plot for that straight line. Do the same thing for the other straight line. So if x is 0, y will be 2 noughts are 0, add 6, that's 6. If x is 1, y will be 2 1s are 2, add 6, that's 8. And if x is 2, y will be 2 2s are 4, add 6, that's 10. So this is just a little bit of very simple table of values work for two easy straight lines. Okay, let's plot those points and let's see what the answer to the equation is going to be. So here I'm going to set up my axes like so. Y and x, you would obviously use a ruler to do it really accurately, and 0, 1, 2 is needed for the x's. I'm actually going to go 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 for this one. Okay, just to demonstrate how this works. And then the y numbers need to go, well, up to 10 to plot that and down to minus 3 to plot that. Okay, in the exam, by the way, the examiner is quite likely to set up the axes for you, so you don't need to think about the scale, because remember, you don't know what the answer is going to be, so if you're having to think about the scale yourself, you wouldn't know how far to go to be able to ensure that this solution was on your picture. But the examiner will set up the axes for you. Okay, so I need to have 10, and so the examiner is going to give me something like this, 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. And I need to go down to minus 3, so the examiner would give us something like this, minus 2 and minus 4. Let's plot the points and get two straight line graphs, and hopefully they will intersect in our picture. 0, minus 3, so 0 on the x, down to minus 3, that's down there, put across. 1, 2, 1 across, 2 up, put across. 2, 7, 2 across and 7 up, we get this sort of picture. It's about there. I will use a ruler for this because it's a slightly more difficult picture, slightly more difficult equation. So if I get a straight edge out, You can see that my straight line, my points aren't quite spot on, but that's fine. If I was doing it on graph paper really accurately, that would be exactly spot on. Label it, y equals 5x take away 3. Notice minus 3 on the end, crosses at minus 3. The 5 there tells you it's got a positive 5 slope, which means a positive slope. Yes, that makes sense. And the 5 is the actual value of the slope. Okay, so there's the first one. This one here, 0, 6. 0 across, 6 up, that's there. 1, 8. 1 across and 8 up is there. And then 2, 10. 2 across and 10 up is there, like so. So I need to get a ruler out and I need to join those two up. And hopefully the two straight lines will cross, which they do. Let's label that y equals 2x plus 6. Crosses at plus 6 on the y-axis. Yes, it does. It's got a positive 2 slope. So positive, and it should be a shallower straight line than the previous one, which it is, so it does make sense. The solution to the equation that I'm trying to solve up there will be found at the intersection point of those two straight lines. Once again, I'm not explaining why it works. In this video, I'm just going through the mechanical process of finding the answer. So you just go to the intersection point and you drop down a vertical line to your x-axis, and if you've done it accurately, you should get the line going to 3 on the x-axis. So, therefore, 3 little dots in a triangle, therefore, x is equal to, from the graph, 3. And if you solved this equation algebraically, that's exactly the answer you would get. If I just quickly jot down the equation here, 5x minus 3 equals 2x plus 6. Using the linear equation algebraic method I've shown you in a different video, this is what you'd get. 5x, take the 2x over, minus 2x. Leave the plus 6 there, 6. Take the minus 3 over, you get plus 3. On the left you've got 3x's, and on the right you've got 9. Divide both sides by 3, you get the answer x equals 3. And so x equals 3 means exactly what we got there. 3 and 3, they do correspond, so that is perfect. So there you go, there's two straightforward linear equations, and I've solved them by use of accurate graph work. And that's the end of this short video.